Back to back they stood, blades drawn beneath the dying sun. The enemy surrounded them, an approaching tide of steel and malice, yet neither of their hearts knew retreat in this moment, and each knew the other's resolve. "Should we fall," said Garin, "let it be here, not as soldiers, but as brothers." Rin nudged him. "I will see you on the other side, old friend." And so they charged, blades singing one final verse of loyalty beneath a crimson sky. Rin's sword was never found, only his footprints, side by side with Garin's.
Val's voice trails off and a silence follows.
Tess looks up at him.
Val's head has slumped back. He appears to be asleep in this chair. His book is now pressed against his chest, open in his hand.
She gently tries to pry the book from his hands.
It easily comes out of his hand. You pick it up. Looks like it's pretty close to the end of whatever chapter this is. Looks like it's almost toward the end of the book. You close the book, and there on the front of the cover it says "Beneath a Crimson Sky."
She leaves the book open but places it face down on, I'm assuming there's a nightstand near Rex's bed.
That's right. Atop the nightstand sits a fading candle, just about to go out. You set the book carefully on the nightstand. As you do, you brush slightly against Val Phelan, who stirs in his seat, saying,
"Tess,
What?
What are you asking me?"
I heard S.
Oh, he says,
Tess,
softly under his voice, still asleep.
Are there any other extra blankets in this room around?
Sure, there's one on the bed that Val usually sleeps on, in fact.
She'll take that blanket and throw it on top of Val, tucking him in a little, like pushing in the fabric like in the chair.
Val stirs ever so slightly, but remains asleep. His breath heavy.
Tess will exit the room.
You exit the room and ever so quietly close the door behind you. Where are you heading?
To the bedroom for the night, like the one that she typically sleep, or the one that she should be sleeping in but has not actually been sleeping in for several weeks, but she'll actually try to sleep in a bed tonight.
You walk down the hall and carefully open up the door. The room is devoid of any people.
She shuts the door behind her and grabs her mother's skull out of her bag, placing the bag down on the floor, and she's gonna crawl into the bed, like under the blankets, and like curl up into a tight ball, and she's just gonna hug her mom's skull tightly to her chest and curl around it and hug her tail as well. And for the first time in a while, Tess is just gonna let herself cry to herself.
Outside the tavern, the sun has gone down some time ago. In the sky, a bright silver moon shines, along with the usual small red glowing dot. There's a chill on the air tonight, you know? Yes, looks over at you, Yolanthe.
Who said? What did he say?
There's a chill in the air, you know?
I think that Yolanthe looks down at Eustace and she's kind of like staggering a little bit, and then she just smiles and says, "I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna turn into a whale. I need a lot of water. That would be a dumb way to die, wouldn't it?"
I never really considered that's how that would work, but you know, still would have been fun to see.
I could do it. I mean, don't. And she's like pointing at him or like trying to. So she's like, I could do it. I could turn into a whale. I was a shark once. Did I tell you that?
You were a shark once. I don't want you to get I don't want you to get hurt.
Oh, I don't. And she, wait, is he still talking funny?
No, he seems to be talking normal again.
Oh, interesting. She
Spells
like
wear off.
squats down. Oh yeah, that's true. She squats down to where they're like eye level, and she's like, "You sound better."
Do I? I guess I do. He takes another swig off the whiskey. Must be the drink.
Did you give me magic whiskey?
No. Do you want some? He offers the flask to you yet again.
She glares at the flask and then raises an eyebrow at him and says, "Do you want me to bite you?"
What? No, I wanted if there's whiskey.
You're drunk.
You're drunk.
She like kind of loses her balance and like flops down to where she's in a sitting position, and then she pulls out her I almost said purse, her pouch, and starts digging around it. And she's like, "I'm fine, but I need a little something different. Hang on, where is it? Where is it? Where is it?" She starts like digging, and she starts just handing things to Yesus, like, "Here, hold this."
Yes,
No,
it
not this
starts
one.
taking these things and holding them.
There's like a bundle of twigs, probably a half-eaten carrot, like a jar of Kush, another jar of Kush, a third jar of a different kind of Kush, some mint leaves. And then she actually thinks about it for a second, then takes the mint leaves back and opens it up and pulls one out to chew on it. And then she hands it back to him.
You do the alchemy thing?
Wait. I'm still looking. Hold on.
Are these spell components?
No, they're just and she stops and she takes the jars back. Are they like not really jars? They're like little vials, I guess. And she's just like, "No, this is my stuff for my pipe. I share it with Val, and he smokes a lot, so I have to find it a lot. These ones are just it's just rosemary. I just like the way it smells. It smells good. And the mint is for my breath, because you know what? Do you know what? One time, this real asshole called me dog breath. You believe that was mean? And after I bit him real hard in the somewhere very painful, I got real self-conscious. I started carrying Mitt around so that I don't have dog breath.
Who would have said that? I'll fight him. And he kind of like puts his dukes up, stumbles a little bit.
She laughs, and then she's like, starts taking some of the things and putting them back in her bag. She's like, I can't find it. It's probably good. I'll probably throw up. What
What?
are we doing?
We went outside.
Yeah, I had a reason to go outside, and it wasn't the whale. She's like struggling to stand up. Oh, now I remember. I'm gonna go do that thing that I was gonna do.
What? Don't
I'm
don't turn into a whale. You might get hurt.
I would never do that. I could turn into a wolf. And she kind of like starts walking in the direction of the institute, but like really, really drunkenly.
Wait, I'll come with you. We don't know if it's safe.
I am not going. I'm just looking at that ding dang cloud.
Cloud still hovering ominously in the sky. Seems a bit brighter than the last time you remember looking at it. That might be the alcohol, though.
The magic whiskey. She stares at the cloud and glares at it, and then she looks around and finds like the biggest rock she can grab, and just pitches it like drunkenly into the air in the direction of the cloud.
The
Stupid cloud, go away! Shoot!
the rock goes into the air and slowly arcs down back toward the cobble, landing with a clack, 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 echoing down the empty street.
She watches the rock as it clatters, and then she just starts giggling. That would have been so funny if that had worked.
Wait, do you want to see a trick?
Yeah.
Okay. First, you have to close your eyes.
She closes her eyes and immediately almost falls over. She's like, wait, let me, and then she squats down so that she's like lowered to the ground and then closes her eyes again.
Okay. Watch this, but with your eyes closed.
What?
Beep, bap, boop. And he like boops you on the nose, and suddenly you are completely sober. Beep, bap,
Whoa.
boop. He touches himself on the nose. Whoa. Oh.
Am I hungover?
Yes.
She like sits down and just stares at the ground, says, oh, I don't think I like whiskey.
Me neither. Want some whiskey?
Oh my god. I actually kind of low-key want to say yes just because being drunk Lanthy is actually really fun, but she's gonna like recoil in horror away from the flask. I'm good. Thank you.
I understand. Suit yourself. He takes a little swig off of it and puts it back into his jacket. Does help clear the head, though. It's late.
I guess.
I'm tired.
All right. Yeah, you did say you were gonna get some rest, didn't you?
I guess I did. What, maybe this is a question for another time. It's been fun, though.
I'm not sure you and I have the same idea of fun. For me, fun would be going and swimming in the stream and then taking a bunch of shrooms and looking at a fire until I fade into a trance. That actually sounds pretty dope right now, not gonna lie.
Actually does sound pretty fun, yeah. Maybe another time then?
Yeah, if you made me drink whiskey, I'm gonna make you do shrooms.
Wouldn't be my first time.
Oh, really?
Well, magic school. You'd be surprised the kind of things they make you eat there.
School, huh? And she gets kind of a sad look on her face.
Oh, what's wrong, Wolfie?
Huh? Oh, nothing. I don't know. Every time I think about how far behind I am on stuff, how much I didn't get to, you know, I should be used to it by now, but I guess sometimes maybe it's just because tonight we all had a little moment in there, huh?
Yeah, you know, you don't give yourself enough credit. You're a good person, Yolanthe.
Maybe I am now. I didn't used to be, though. But I guess people change.
That we do. Good night.
Good night. Sleep well.
He cracks the door open. You notice he stops for just a moment, looks back at you, and slowly shuts the door behind him.
She watches him go back inside the tavern, and as soon as the door closes, like as soon as she hears it click shut, she leans over and throws up into the nearest bush. And then
Relatable.
It's warm. You were
And
actually
then-
kind of surprised the amount of steam coming off of it in the cool night air.
Gross. I didn't need to imagine that, but okay, thanks.
You think to
Oop.
yourself, when did I eat corn?
She pulls out a couple more of those mint leaves and just swishes them around in her mouth with some water, and she's like, I don't like whiskey.
In fear. Where are you at this point? Have you already come back to the tavern? I know you mentioned earlier you've been out, kind of trying to follow up on various leads regarding members of the Red Nine.
I mean, I imagine I would probably be back by this point or just coming back.
You spend a lot of time walking around town, particularly near the castle district. It's almost like old stomping grounds to you, and being by yourself there, it's kind of a strange experience. It's like being somewhere that you recognize, but it's not the same. At times, your mind seemed as though it would wander away from your current task and just onto perhaps old memories, old experiences. Among the crowds, the people that you talked to, nobody really had anything helpful to mention about these robed figures, these people, these recruits of the advisor to the royal council. Just a lot of very frustrated, paranoid, and scared people about what's going on around them. The people suddenly turning into mindless chanters, magical restrictions in the Magic City. Some people talked about leaving. The sun went down, the moon came up, and you started to make your way back to the tavern, empty-handed. As you arrive, Yolanthe sits alone just outside the tavern, staring up at the moon and the stars. Yolanthe, you see Ian Fear approach.
Ian Fear, hey man, what's up?
That cloud, much as I don't like it.
Ugh, yeah. Any luck?
Mm, no. Just the same old stuff that we already knew.
Oh man, that's no good. And she stands up and kind of brushes the dust off of her like knees and stuff. And then she kind of looks down at her shirt and is just like grimaces a little bit. You know, we're probably about to have to talk to a lot of people who are way more important than we are. Maybe I should get a different pair of clothes, I guess.
Seeing that Fear is going to use the prestidigitation cantrip and just like make to use it to clean basically all the clothes off, and as he goes, "Why? These look fine just the way they are."
Well, her problem isn't that they're dirty. It's that this is the same shirt she's worn for basically like the last 7 years, and it's been like torn and resewn and patched over with like patches of wolf fur, and just like has blood stains, grass stains all over it. And she's just like, "Yeah, thanks. I mean, it's cleaner now, but it doesn't exactly look nice, does it? Should probably, if we're gonna be in this dumb city for much longer, I guess I should start looking the part, huh?"
Well, I mean, the problem with this is, the people are so used to the nice things, so maybe being exposed to uh the nitty gritty will help them wake up to see what there's problems that need to be fixed.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's true. Anyway, let's go inside. You look like you could use something to eat, and I could use some of that tea.
Yeah, I could definitely use with some more kind faces today.
I think most of ours have all gone to bed, but we can always see who's still up.
You crack open the door, and the warmth of the bar floods out into the cold night air and washes over you. Kolvar, a smile warm as the interior of What Ails You Tavern, stands polishing among the last of the dirty glasses for the evening. Hey, you two. You're up late? Nightcap?
Yeah, I could probably use one.
What do you have?
Give me something sweet to help me get some sleep tonight.
Hey, you got it. How about you, Yolanthe?
She leans on the bar and says, "Kolvar, do we still have any of that tea that we took from Ian Fear's mom's house?"
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I can get you some of that. You want
Oh,
you want something kind of nice in there, help you calm down?
no, just the tea. Thanks. And actually, and she thinks about it for a second and then looks over her shoulder at where the rooms are, like in that direction. She's like, "Actually, can you make it 2 cups?"
Sure, yeah. 2 cups.
Thanks, man.
Coming right up. He immediately gets to work. You see him for a moment start to broadly makes some sort of magical gesture and midway through shakes his head and manually,
Oh, still no mage
slowly.
hands, huh?
Yeah, you guessed it. Huh. I'm
Damn.
At this point, I'm a little bit afraid to try, but
Scritto comes tip-tapping into the tavern room, and he has this piece of paper and a piece of charcoal, and he hops up on the chair at the bar and just sits down, swinging his feet while
Uh-huh.
he sketches on this piece of parchment.
Hey, Scritto, what you got?
What you got?
You drawing something?
Drawing something.
Cool. Can I see?
He shows it to you, and it's something he's just barely gotten started on, but it kind of resembles a spider. Like a big
Oh.
spider.
She frowns and kind of looks at the drawing and then up at Scritto and says, uh, what is this? Why the spider?
Why the spider?
It's just a spider, right? Not anything crazy.
Hungry spider. Food. Spider.
Yolanthe like stands up with a start and like kind of backs away from Scritto a bit.
He cocks his head to the side. Sorry.
No, it's okay. She reaches out kind of shakily and ruffles his feathers on his head feathers. It's fine. It's fine. It's just a hungry spider.
Kovar walks over, sets the 2 cups of tea down right in front of you. You okay? You look like you saw a ghost.
Spider.
Just a spider.
Hey, you got some talent there, kid.
Scritto's feathers puff up proudly,
Oh,
and he clicks. Spider. Hungry.
I'll bet that spider sure is.
I like how we've all collectively decided that Scritto is baby.
I imagine it's like this little spider with it's like a little, just like a like a kindergartner
It's
looks
walking
like it
smiley
looks like a kindergartner drew it, like it's just like a little black spider, like a
Got
blotch.
wavy legs.
Yeah.
Doing the very best his little bird fingers can do.
Oh no. All right. So Yolanthe kind of shakes her head, mutters kind of something to herself under her breath, and then she picks up the 2 cups of tea and says, "Well, I guess I'm out for the night. Y'all be good and take care of yourselves. Watch out for spiders." And she's like kind of backing away towards the back.
And Scritto says, "Be good, lady."
She stops in her tracks and just stares at Scritto for a second and then takes a sip of the tea and just turns around and starts walking back towards the rooms.
Kolvar
She
approaches
goes
you. Oh, sorry,
to-
go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Kolvar approaches you, Ian Fear. He sets down a very familiar looking glass. It has sort of a round base to it that tapers up into a larger, not quite like a goblet look, but it has a sort of taper, sort of an hourglass kind of taper right in the center of it, and a small handle on the side. Inside a creamy caramel colored mixture. This is a drink you recognize. It's something that you would often have toward the end of a night as you would step into this very bar after a long day of, well, you know. The usual then, eh?
Yeah.
Guess I don't have to ask why the long face.
It just sort of feels like banging my head against a wall, but in this case, the wall is a mist of unknown.
Seems like it's the usual case these days. Despite it all, you're still here, you know?
Yeah. It just, I don't know. I think, you know, it, it feels like I'm more isolated than I was before. And, I've got more people with me now. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just because I've been away so long. It's feeling so much stranger than usual.
Yeah, I could understand that. Um, you know, he was a good friend of mine. And he used to say, or maybe it was she used to say, oh, either way, you're here and you care about all this stuff. And that is something you can control. All that other stuff that you can't, well, you should just focus on what you can. I know it doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now, but it helped me some time ago. I hope it can help you too. I never really told you, but I am glad you're back, old friend.
Yeah, I, uh, for so long I focused so much on, what was happening to me and what was happening around me that I it is only recently where I've really sort of realized, maybe there were others too who I could have been more helpful towards, and maybe that's part of why I'm so focused in on, trying to solve this mystery and help Shopabin.
It's a funny thing about being alive, isn't it? You can't ever do anything about stuff that already happened. You just got to keep walking.
And then here even Fear gives a chuckle and says, unless you're a wizard, in that case, there's teleportation or flying or other things. Giving
Always
a
with the
small
jokes
smile.
with you. Well, you're always good at breaking up the tension in the room. I think it's why some people, and he pushes a second drink identical to the one you just drank over to you, kept you around as long as they did. And given present circumstances, maybe you shouldn't take that for granted, friend.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to lock up for the night. Stay up if you need to, or whatever. And if you need me, you know where to find me. He goes over and locks the doors, puts away that last glass, and then proceeds into the back room. Night.
Yeah. And then Ianfer will take a little bit of time just calmly sipping in the quiet, looking around the room.
Yolanthe, you were headed to the back room.
Yolanthe is heading around the corner, kind of a little bit shaken, but she takes a sip of one of the cups of tea. And then she goes to the room where Val and Rick are. And just kind of taps her elbow again, or just kind of raps on the, very gently on the door with like her, not free hand, but like the free section of her hand.
You're knocking on the door, is it?
Just softly.
There's no answer.
Huh.
Although
Oh.
beyond the door, you can hear the deep, heavy breathing of what you assume to be the Dragonborn.
Oh, I guess he's asleep already. Well, don't want this tea to go to waste. So she starts drinking her cup, and then she passes down the hallway towards where Tess's room. Tess and her are sharing a room. I think is that right?
Usually.
Yeah, it was her, Tess, and Scrito typically they have this like room with
Yeah, a
like
little
a
roommate
fireplace
situation.
and multiple like big chairs and a bed.
Okay, so yeah, she starts heading down towards the to room where she and Tess share the room.
Does Tess hear Yolanthe coming?
I don't think she's being like subtle, so
Go ahead and roll a perception check with. Oh wait, Tess. I think you were actually still awake at this point. So
Yeah, she's underneath the covers, curled up with her mom's skull right now.
Yolanthe, although you're not necessarily trying to be quiet about it, you did just come across a sleeping person, and so instinctively you kind of slowly open the door. Much to your surprise, you don't see Tess actually laying in the bed, much less just kind of a pile of what looks to just be blanket.
Tess is calming her breath and pretending to be asleep under the blanket.
can I roll a perception to see if she's faking it?
Hold on, roll a deception check, Tess.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. I could do that.
Yolanthe, roll an insight check, and this will be a
Oh, inside. Okay.
yes. You have to beat a 14.
And I don't. Dang, everybody's asleep. Why'd I get this damn cup of tea? Oh well, it's good, at least. So she goes to put her cup next to the, I guess, little area where she's been sleeping, and just takes the other one and decides maybe she'll offer it up to Scrito or to Ian Fear.
Tess, roll a
So it
performance
doesn't
check.
wait.
You were too good at these.
Yeah.
Tess just wants to be alone for the moment.
You start to hear the sound of Tess
I get it.
snoring, which strikes you as a
I
little
very-
bit odd because Tess doesn't usually snore, but
She's had a rough night too. Yolanthe goes to close the door very softly and quietly.
you hear the door shut beneath the blankets. It seems to just be you and Yolanthe here.
Oh no, Yolanthe left the room.
Oh, Yolanthe left. Okay.
Yeah,
Tess,
she's
you're-
trying to find someone to give this second cup. She was going to give it to Val, but then realized he's asleep. So she was going to give it to Tess, but then apparently Tess is asleep. So now she's just going to see either. I think she's originally going to see if Ianfear or Scrito want the tea, but then she thinks about it and she's like, maybe Darkul or Yestus want it.
Elantha, you walk into the room with Darkul and Yestus there. Darkul seems to be completely passed out. Yestus has his trench coat now hanging over the side of this bed. It occurs to you, you've never actually seen him without the trench coat on, but he has a sort of collared shirt with suspenders, and his sleeves are partially rolled up, or rolled partially up his arm. He turns to you. Oh, hey, Wolfie. Change your mind about the whiskey?
No, actually, I was going to give Val some tea, but he seems to be sleeping. You want it?
Yeah, tea sounds great. Yeah, come in, have a seat if you'd like.
Oh, sure. And she comes in.
I found something recently. Well, okay, not recently. He just kind of hands you this this scrap of paper, and you've seen him pull this out several times, so you have no idea what it actually is. You've seen him pull it out with the flask a few times.
Oh. Okay. She takes the paper and she kind of looks at it.
Seems to be some kind of letter or some kind of writing. You can't make out any of the characters, though.
Oh, what?
Oh,
I don't recognize these ones.
I know. If you want, I could read it to you.
Sure, yeah. And she hands it back and then goes to scoot over to where she's sitting next to him.
He opens up the letter and with his finger, he's pointing at each of the words, and he pronounces them out to you. As he...
I think Yolanthe would recognize some of them by this point. She's been studying hard.
You probably do. And as he's reading them, it kind of helps to make more sense of some of the ones that you weren't sure about. But what he reads to you is a letter from his old partner. And it's talking about a case that they just solved and how grateful he was to have known Yestus and met him and started working together with him. Halfway through, Yestus pauses. He kind of swallows. Sorry. Not really often I actually read through this one.
Oh, Yolanthe leans over and kind of puts her hand on his back.
Where were we? And he continues. Once he finishes, you kind of get that slow burn realization that he's talking about the partner who was eaten by the Hydra pretty early on that none of you guys can remember.
Damn. I'm so sorry about your partner.
It's weird not really knowing that person anymore. But knowing we had this like whole life together at one point. And I think about that, and then I kind of think about present company.
Yeah. I haven't noticed anyone that I've forgotten, you know? Like I haven't found anything that says that there was ever anybody that I knew, but don't remember. I can't imagine what that must be like.
That's the thing. I don't know what it's like. And I think that hurts even more. Thank you for letting me read this to you.
Yeah, no problem. I
And for the tea.
how long? Huh?
And for the tea. He raises the
Oh,
glass,
yeah.
tips the glass at you.
Yeah, no problem. I just she's still kind of a little bit shaken up from her experience with Skirto and has that kind of on her head, but she's trying to be like as comforting as she can. How long I mean, I know you don't remember, but you 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 said you weren't from here, right?
I'm not from Shoppen, no. I mean, I've been a few times. My work takes me all over. No, I'm from a town just down the way. He kind of gestures out toward the gate. I guess I
Are
was always
there,
kind of close by, but
Are there people there waiting for you? Are you gonna go back?
oh, nobody's waiting for me.
Oh. So you'll stick around a little then, huh?
Yeah, with you? I mean, with you all, with you all.
She definitely blushes when he says that.
He kind of does too, and his eyes kind of darting around the room.
Yeah, I mean, we're happy you're here.
I feel like I'm keeping you up really late. I'm sorry.
I don't sleep. But
right, elves. Yeah. Oh wait,
not an
I
elf.
didn't mean to. Sorry.
Don't worry. You sound sleepy. You should get some rest.
You're right.
She stands up and she's like, "Well, maybe I should too, after all, but I think there's something I want to do first. But have a good night.
Night, Wolfie.
Sleep well. Night. I'll think of something clever to call you later."
It's very
Alright,
late
so
at night at
she-
this point.
Yeah. She goes to I think she passed by it but didn't look at it, but I think she goes to look in that mirror.
You take a glance into the mirror, and much to your surprise, everything just seems normal. You see your own reflection looking back. You almost expect the eyes to change, for it to say something, for it to mock you or something, but no, that never comes.
She reaches out and touches the mirror, kind of like, I don't think we've ever actually described it. Is it like portrait or full length or what?
No, it's just kind of a portrait.
Okay, she lifts it to where she looks behind it, kind of lifts it just a little bit away from the wall to look behind it and just kind of touches around the edge of it and then just stares at it again.
Seems to be a
I'm losing my mind.
regular mundane mirror.
All right, well, my tea's getting cold. I'm going to go to bed now. And she goes into the room with Tess to take her post up in her little trance corner.
In fear, you sit in the bar, every once in a while glancing over to Scriteau, who sits kicking his feet, drawing on this page. Before long, he hops out of the seat with the page in hand.
He hops out of the chair, holding on to this piece of paper. And then he walks over to Ian Fear and looks up at him. And with both bird hands holding onto the piece of paper. He reaches out and he extends the paper as if it's a gift and waits for Ian Fear to take the piece of parchment with the spider
out
drawing
of his bird hands.
out of his bird hands, out of the grasp of his fingers.
Ugh.
Feather fingers.
Hate you all.
Clasp hands.
Ian Fear will take a look at the drawing.
Roll a wisdom check, please.
That's saving. Never mind. This one.
You stare into this page for just a moment, and what initially begins is almost what appears to be like a child's drawing. It suddenly morphs in your mind's eye, and you see a giant spider nestled into an enormous tree, an enormous leafless tree covered in webs. Two small demons, demons. I think they were devils, sit below it, locked in conversation. One of them punches the other one, and they taunt one another.
Dang, Scrito drew all that?
Looking about the scene, you can see Ahara, Misku, Serene, Tess, before it all fades back into a simple child's drawing of a spider alone on the page. It's been a long journey, hasn't it?
Do I hear him say that?
Say what?
About the long journey? Or is that just you saying that?
That was the fourth wall.
No, Scrito, after handing the drawing to Ian Fear, he would just say, "Good night. Be good, lady." And then head toward the back room where Tess and Yolanthe would be sleeping.
As he heads back, Ian Fear will call, "Keep Tess safe tonight, and the others."
He just lifts up his bird hand and does a little wave in the air and continues down the hallway.
What are we doing, Ian Fear?
So I think before like getting ready to head for the night, because Ian Fear is going to be sort of basically what he's going to do is try to like control the water of what's left of his line using shape water, but it's mostly because it's going to do a little measure template thing. Try to form because it says it can only form like simple shapes and so I mean really he's gonna try to sort of create an oval and then try to imagine Sarahi's face into it, uh, and then and almost in a sort of a way like to sort of figure things out for himself. He'll say, if you were here with me, maybe things might be a little bit easier to understand or figure out.
I think that might be Ian Fear's way of being like, I should call her. You headed to sleep for the night, Ian Fear? You are pretty tired.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So, long rest and all that.
Can I ask a quick question?
Go
Did
ahead.
we get inspiration last time or no?
Yes, you did.
Sweet.
You all awaken just about at the same time. The bar is eerily still. Something doesn't feel right.
Who would be up first?
You all wake up about the same time.
I mean, we're heading out to the rooms. Is there the sound of bustle from outside in the area, or does it sound quiet?
Roll a perception check.
Who can I roll into?
Yes. Very nice.
We on edge.
It is dead silent.
That's weird. Yolanthe stands up slowly and goes to the door to peek out.
Is the sun up already?
Yolanthe, as you peer out into the hallway, Ian Fear asks that question. You glance toward the window, and the window is pitch black.
Whoa. I think it's supposed to be.
From down the hall,
Something's
you
not
see
right.
the door creak open. Val Phelan, standing in the doorway, looks left and right. He locks eyes with you for a moment. Something isn't right here.
Yeah, I feel it too.
He comes down the hallway, not wearing his armor as usual, just seems to be in some casual clothes. He looks back toward the room, the door now shut. Where is Tess?
Still asleep, I think. Let me shake her awake real quick. And she goes to the bed to peel the blanket off of Tess very, very gently.
Tess, the door opens to your room. It's Yolanthe standing there. You're fully awake. But something's not right.
Oh, hey.
We sleep in the same room, though.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, Scrito. I think Scrito, Yolanthe, and Tess are like all in the same room.
Yeah, we're
right?
all roommates.
Oh yeah,
Where does Bagram sleep?
why was Ian Fear in there? Okay, I messed that up. But rather than start over, no.
I think we were all like poking our head out the doors of our rooms, just like glancing at each other in the hallway.
That
I
makes
would
more
imagine.
sense.
Tess had been like
Okay,
under
we
the
still have the
blanket,
hallway.
just like listening, but like awake.
Okay, so yeah, Yolanthe turns.
So
Oh, go ahead.
Yolanthe, you turn over and Tess is there while we.
Oh, hey.
yeah, Tess is removing the blanket and sitting up. What is going on?
We're not really sure. Something feels really weird. And look at the sky. Or is there a window in our room?
No, it's
What
actually in the
sky?
hallway.
Oh, okay. Instead of that, she says, and it's really dark outside, and I think we're all a little on edge. I think something's not right.
Is there a lantern on the nightstand that Tess can reach for?
There's a candlestick.
Okay.
You pick up the candle.
And then she'll get out of the bed and she'll kind of blindly reach around near the floor looking for her bag where her little medieval Zippo would be.
You start to reach around, searching for that bag. It is not there.
Hmm. She continues rifling around. Like she gets she drops the candle on the bed for a moment, and then she's like walking around like scooting around on her hands and knees looking for her bag.
You know, they tilts her head at her. Are you okay? What are you doing?
We have another problem.
Oh, shit.
Wreck
What's up?
is missing.
What?
He wasn't in his bed this morning. Or whatever this is.
Okay. Okay. Hang on. We can figure this out. Give me a sec. And Yolanthe tries to wild shape into wolf form.
Go ahead and roll a wisdom check for me.
Wisdom. Youth.
Try as you might, you are unable to will yourself into any animal form.
What? What? Hang on. I come on. And she's like trying to like flex like different muscles to try and like get it out. And she's like, I can't. Val, I can't be a wolf.
Okay.
I can't do. I can't find him if I'm not a wolf. Well, now what?
Just, alright. This may seem nigh impossible, but let's just stay calm and try to assess the situation at hand.
Okay. Maybe he just had to pee.
Where are the others?
Tess is looking for something in our room. I don't know where anyone else is. Is Scritto in the room too?
Now that you mention it, you don't remember seeing him there.
Maybe let's go out into the lobby. Maybe they're all out there. Maybe Rick decided he wanted a drink and didn't want to wake you up.
Good a guess as any. They could already be awake and waiting for us.
Something feels real weird. Okay, so she starts walking down the hallway towards the tavern lobby.
And Tess will follow along.
Ian Fear?
Ian Fierce also coming along.
All the while, Yolanthe is still trying to like force a wild shape to come out.
No dice.
Darn. What's going on?
Showing some concern. Even if you're seeing the candle, is it still unlit?
Yes.
He's gonna attempt the prestidigitation to try to light it.
Well, pick it up off the bed first so it doesn't set the bed on fire.
That's for later.
Ian Fear? Oh, wait, I believe Tess was holding the candle.
Yeah.
She had set the
Because Tess
candle
was-
down on the bed to look for her bag, but she hadn't picked up the candle
Ah,
again.
okay. The candle fully melts, and then the candlestick holder fully melts, and then suddenly expands, changes color, and becomes a small frog. And it hops off the bed.
Okay.
I think
That-
despite her panic, she looks down. Yolanthe looks down at the frog and scoops it up and just starts petting it like a cat.
Well, at least your magic is working normally.
Ouch.
For varying definitions of normal,
As normal as they
actually, I could
can be,
normally have
considering the
control.
glow cloud, I suppose.
The cloud. Did it take our magic?
Yeah, I have
Is
no
that why
magic
it's so
to
dark?
take.
She hands the frog to Val and just like dashes out the door towards the front of the tavern.
Wait, we should stay together.
Is anyone
Fuck!
following?
I just smacked the shit out of my hand on my desk. Sorry.
Oh no.
Well, I'm definitely
But
following after Yolanthe.
yeah, she's running out. Like she didn't pay any heed to what Val said and just like ran out the door to take a look at what's going on outside.
Tess.
Tess will follow.
They all follow quickly behind you. As you open up the door, the tavern seems to be lit, but it's completely devoid of life.
Where's Kolvar?
Or anyone for that matter.
Val
Yes,
steps out
sh-
into the main hall, looking around warily.
Yolanthe takes her frog friend back from Val.
Instinctively, he reaches back for his sword, and it is not there. Ugh.
I don't like this.
What about the memento?
The what?
Go ahead and roll.
The dagger.
Go ahead and roll
Oh.
an investigation check.
Ian Fear, what about your mirror?
Try as you might, that dagger seems to be nowhere on your person, nor the mirror. Your pockets are entirely empty.
So we went outside. Do we see any? There's nobody outside at all?
Outside?
Yeah, Yolanthe went outside the front door.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that.
Oh.
You start to approach the front door, and as you do, a knock. You all immediately look toward the door. Well, aren't you going to answer it? Kolbar calls out from behind the bar where he's standing, polishing a glass, looking over at you.
What? Where'd you come from?
What do you mean where I come from? I've been here the whole time. He starts digging through what appears to be a large pile of gold just in front of him. He's carefully putting it away behind the bar. Well, door's not going to answer itself, you know.
Okay. Yolanthe kind of gives him a weird look, and she approaches the door real cautiously. And then I guess she opens it.
As the door creaks open, you can see the faint outline of the cobble street, but everything outside is pitch black. A group of strange creatures stand just beyond the door. A skeleton wearing a lute, 3 imps in a trench coat, a small mushroom person thing, and a chicken dinner with a knife? Oh, and one larger in the back, appears to be some kind of devil. Great.
Yolandi closes the door.
Before you can, they all start to just kind of saunter in. Oh, yes, welcome in, welcome in. Sit anywhere you'd like. And they all immediately go over to one of the tables. They sit down, chatting like old friends. As you start to look around the bar, there now seem to be strange entities at almost every table. Some of them, well, most of them just appear sort of as shades, but others, floating skull with an eye patch, a spider, a small rat drinking from a golden chalice, a raven just perched at the edge of a table, a mundane-looking pumpkin, and a bat.
Yolanthe rubs her eyes in frustration and says, "Oh, good, it's another one of these stupid dreams."
Trixie walks over to one table. Y'all feeling all right then? She kind of looks over towards you. Approaching the table, she says, "The special's 2 for 1 today. If you still have tongues."
Sorry, did she say tongues?
Yes.
Ew. Yolanthe goes over and kind of backs up to stand next to Tess and leans over and says, "Are you seeing this crap too?"
Tess is blinking and rubbing her eyes and then squinting. Tess was just beginning to assume that she was still asleep.
Yeah, me too. We can't both be having the same dream though, right?
No. What is
Rex.
going on?
We need to find Rex still, right?
Or anyone for that matter.
Yeah. Scriteau? Are you here?
Tess has not seen him.
Shit.
Hmm. Do you suppose it's the mirrored planes again? One of Healthius's tricks, perhaps.
Oh man, I'm so sick of this idiot. When I get my claws on that guy, I'm going to turn into a bear and eat him alive, starting with his balls. And I don't mean the glowing ones he's flinging around in our face.
Ianfear, do you have any thoughts here?
Right now, I'm a little scared beyond the capacity for rational thought.
I understand. Hmm.
Yolanthe hands her frog friend to Tess and tries again to get into her wolf form.
Tess holds the frog friend.
We have adopted a
And
frog. You have given us a pet.
Tess gently pats the frog on its little head.
It's kind of wet, but otherwise seems to be just a docile frog.
It's squishy.
As much as I'd like to get our bearings, I doubt we'll be able to do so in such a place. Perhaps we should just start investigating. What say we leave the tavern? See what's happening in the town at large.
We should, wait, where is, Yestis and Darkul? Are they gone too?
You haven't seen them.
Did we really look?
You could always go back and check.
Yeah, I think Yolanthe wants to go back and see if, like, do a sweep of the rooms to see if maybe she can find any of the others. I'll be right back. I just want to go see if we can find anyone and gather as many people together as we can.
Wait, I don't think it's a good idea that we split up.
Okay, come with me then. And she grabs Val's hand and starts dragging him.
Val reaches out and grabs your hand, Tess.
Tess reaches out for Ian Fear.
Following the leader, the leader, the
Ian
leader.
here will be pulled along, I guess.
You all, holding hands, carefully and slowly creep toward the door that leads back into the rooms. As you open up the door, the room where Val and Rek usually sleep has a strange picture etched into it. Looks like a dragon breathing fire.
Now, that wasn't there before.
What is it etched into?
Seems to just be etched into the door itself.
Oh. Okay, that they just wanted to let people know it's your room. Probably.
Interesting. Not where we're going, though. We know Rek isn't in there already.
Yeah, okay. So she goes down to the next door. I'm guessing that's where Yestus and Darkul are.
It is.
Where does Bagram sleep?
There's there's a fourth room that's between the room that you are currently staring at the door of and the room that Tess usually sleeps in.
Okay.
However, the room that you are now looking at, the door is shut. And etched into the door is a picture of falling leaves.
Okay. This is weird. She goes to open the door.
As the door creaks open, and you all start to walk inside, you notice that the furnishings that were once there, beds and whatnot, are gone. And inside sit three very familiar Yolanthe Eladrin.
Okay.
So, was it from Vassus? Says the elder Eladrin. It's from my sister. A tall, pale elf. Hair white, almost glowing. His eyebrows furl. Anger. The older female elf speaks again. Why don't you open it and read it so we can all hear? I keep saying elf, I mean Eladrin.
I think Yolanthe is just like in a like shocked state with a growing panic in her face.
Yolanthe? Is this your sister?
He's here. He's here. We're all gonna die. We have to go. We have to go now. We have to get out of here. None of you are
What
safe.
is going
We have to go.
on? Who are these people?
They don't seem to notice us being here.
She slams the door shut and just starts wildly looking around. We need to get out of here now. Before he sees us.
Vassus starts to open the envelope and read silently to herself. The tall, pale Eladrin locks eyes on her.
Well, go on.
The younger elf, who actually looks very, very similar to Yolanthe, stands up slowly, and all three of them slowly turn their gaze directly at you.
Yolanthe just starts screaming.
Val tears the door open.
Tess tries to pull Yolanthe out of the room.
The three start slowly walking toward you, Yolanthe. What does it say? What does it say?
Yeah, Yolanthe is still just like screaming and like backing away, like trying to get the hell out of there.
The girl
But
holds the
she's
letter
like
up.
dragging Tess.
You're able to pull Yolanthe through the door as this letter is facing you all. Val quickly shuts the door. Silence.
Did Tess have enough time to capture what the letter said?
Roll a perception check. Yes. I'm going to ping this to you directly. I'll leave it up to you whether you disclose what it said or not. Yolanthe laid out on the floor. Balphalin slowly stands up, turns the doorknob once more, and takes a peek inside. He looks back down, confused, and he lets the door swing slowly open. You all cautiously look inside. It appears the furniture that was once there is now there once more. And a layer of dust covers everything in the room.
The etching on the door. It's gone.
Balphalin gestures toward a blank door.
I think Yolanthe is just like sitting like back pressed up against the wall on the opposite side of the I almost said hallway. Just like with her head in her hands, just going, it's not real, it's not real, none of it's real, it's not real. This can't be real, this can't be happening, this can't, fuck.
Yolanthe, I
Like,
don't
just
think
having a panic attack.
I don't think that any of this is real. Obviously, it is something that is manifested just for you.
Tess is kneeling down on the floor near Yolanthe, just trying to provide any kind of comfort with her presence, and she says,
She pulls
"On the way
Tess
out."
into a very very tight hug. just like shaking.
All the breath just squeezes out of Tess.
We need to get out of here.
She reaches out and hugs Yolanthe back, but says, on the way out, that leather, the leather, it said, am I real?
Am I real? What? I don't understand. What
That is all it said, is those 3 words, am I real?
is I don't understand. We need to, and she's like trying to stand up but kind of too shaky to do it. What's going what is going on?
You need to catch your breath. We need to stop and think before we take any more actions.
Okay. And she like kind of absentmindedly takes the frog back and just starts petting it again, like kind of a little teddy bear. It is a live like a real frog, not like a statue or something, right?
Seems to be.
Okay. Yeah, she's just petting it. I'm almost afraid to even look at these other doors. What's going on? Is it the cloud?
Hard to say. Something about this place seems intentional, if that makes sense.
It's for me. All these things, these dragons, these spiders, my father, they're all just, it's all for me. But I don't understand why. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know how to make it stop.
I think we should move on.
Okay.
Can you stand?
Val
Yeah.
offers a hand to you.
She takes it. She is like trembling. Her poor little frog friend is like rattling around in her other hand.
Val hoists you up to your feet.
Okay. Let's keep going.
You all start to cautiously walk down the hallway, past the door to the next room, just before you get to the one that Tess usually stays in. Inscribed on this door is a strange symbol, one that you've never seen before. It seems to bear several different pieces of symbology, one of which being what appears to be some kind of fireball. In Fear, you recognize the symbol almost immediately. This is something that you've seen repeated at the Institute of Thaumaturgy in your youth. It's, yeah, it represents the different schools of magic. You remember this. Like, basics. Did you say something?
No.
Oh, okay.
Can someone else open this door?
I can, if it pleases
Well-
you. Oh?
You and Fear go, well, maybe this is expecting, maybe it's the magic users who are gonna have to sort of face down these unusual things. So Ian Fear will reach out towards the door.
You reach out toward the doorknob. Dread washes over you like a cold wind. You take a deep breath as you turn the doorknob, and the door swings open into a brightly lit and enormous and familiar inner chamber. As you step into the room, like, it's almost as though your foot touches water and the room itself ripples out around you and forms into something even more familiar. A room that you've stood in before. Sarahi stands there, right next to the desk you so often would see her at. You've only ever been in this room a couple of times, but it's the last time that you remember the most. Cinders and coal everywhere. Sarahi stands in the room, looking around. As you walk in, she locks eyes with you, perplexed. This one is strange. You can feel your thoughts.
Hello, Sarahi.
She cocks an eyebrow at you. I'm sorry. Do I know you? Have we met? Are you a friend of my parents? Someone from the Institute?
You could say that. You might know my mother, uh, the former head librarian.
As you speak, a shadow grows behind her. A figure, familiar, but ominous, carrying what looks to be a dagger. What will you do?
He's going to call out. Who is that behind you?
As you start to point and call out, she turns around and there's this sickening sound. The figure vanishes as Sarahi crumbles to the floor, staring up at you. This. Oh, what? She grabs onto your sleeve. What reason could you have done this? She lets go of your sleeve and the life fades from her eyes.
Question I've been asking for so long.
You take a step back from the scene. Something stops you. You glance around, and there, just behind you, is the tall figure of Sergeant Stormrider. Fear, I knew it was you all along. You murdered her. And now you're going to pay. And he draws out his spear and stabs you with it. And it just goes straight through your chest. There's no pain, no blood. And the figure just fades away, along with the rest of the room's occupants. Your friends and yourself remain. Preposterous. As though you were the one that committed the murder. Ugh.
Another of Healthy's tricks, I'd say.
Maybe just remind me there's still one more left to find.
Are you all right?
Nothing I can do about it now until I find my answer.
Pay it no mind, friend. He's just messing with you. Shall we move on?
Phew, do we have to?
I don't want to open any more of these doors.
We may end up being here until we each have to face our own sort of hell.
There has to be some way out of here.
I think the only way out is through.
I think you may be right.
Onward then.
Ileanthe reaches out and grabs Tess's hand. Okay, let's go.
Making your way once again down the hall, you come upon the door at the U-shaped end, if you will, of this hallway. Just down the hall, you see the door to Valphalin, Rex's room, and the doors leading out the other side of both of the other two rooms. But here, at this door, a skull is etched into the wood.
Well, this looks like this would be meant for Tess.
Be careful.
Are you okay?
Tess is fine.
Whatever's behind this one. Try to remember it's just Healthius messing with you.
Yes, yes. It's just another nightmare. And Tess reaches out and opens the door.
You open the door and you take a step in. As the room reveals itself to you, and it's actually outdoors. In what appears to be a small village. A path leads just beyond a bridge, where human children play in the streets.
God, this place certainly looks familiar.
You start to hear the sound of a child crying.
Tess heads toward the sound of the crying.
Just underneath the little bridge, or just underneath a small wooden bridge stretched out over a stream. A small purple tiefling sits, sobbing. Tess, you recognize this as a spot that you used to go, I'm sure.
Yeah. Tess shrugs her shoulders. Well, at least this one is not nearly as horrific as Ian fears. Phew. Well, time to head out.
As soon as you say that, a group of children start to surround the young tiefling, taunting, throwing rocks, taunting. Selfish, selfish. The devil is selfish. Can't be human if you only love yourself. Selfish, selfish. They continue to chant as they circle around the child, sobbing. She stands up on both feet. Tears streaming down her face.
Tess holds her breath.
The tiefling child stamps her foot and shouts, "No!" And a ripple of energy just seems to emanate from that position. And all the human children drop dead. The village catches fire. And the tiefling child is running, carrying a skull, crying.
Tess sighs. Well, this is definitely something.
I don't think I need to ask who the tiefling was.
Miserable brats.
No, she does look familiar, huh?
Was that something that actually happened?
Those days are very blurry. Tess cannot recall. Tess just remembers returning to the village to get her mother's head from a spike.
I see.
Just remember, that's not who you are now.
Tess knows. Thank you.
One door remains. And given the current pattern, I have a bad feeling, but I'm ready to face it. I know it's just one of his tricks. Shall we?
Might as well.
Lead the way. We'll be right behind you.
As you all start down the hallway, Yolanthe, that mirror is hanging there.
She cannot help but take a look.
As you peer into the mirror, this time you don't see your own reflection. You see the strange outline of what appears to be some kind of humanoid, figureless, featureless. But you feel You feel almost a sense of panic coming from within. Not your own. Something distant. External.
Like I feel someone else's panic.
Yes.
I punch the mirror.
The mirror splits right down the center. Whatever it was, it seems to be gone.
Sorry, Kovar.
Are you all right then?
I don't think I can take much more of this. Let's get this over with.
One more door.
Come down the
We're-
hallway. There,
here with you.
etched on the door, the image of a dragon breathing fire. With a deep breath, Val turns the knob, opens the door steadily, and steps inside. It's raining. You see the raindrops splashing off of the cobblestone street. And there, a lone and hulking dragonborn sits, kneeling over what appears to be a body, sobbing heavily.
This is my fault. If I were not here, if I were not what I am, this would never have happened.
The sobbing continues.
Is this something that happened? Something you remember?
No. Val
Can we
starts
see
to
the body at all?
go and roll a. You know what? No need. You all. Well, is anybody else interested in seeing who this is?
Yeah.
Think so.
You all cautiously step toward the weeping dragonborn. As you do, he turns to look toward you all, and you can see the face of Tess, who he's holding in his arms. Body burnt, and a huge claw mark across her chest. Clearly dead.
Yolande puts her hands to her mouth in like shock.
This image of Valphalin carefully lays Tess down and picks up his great sword off the ground. He levels it at Valphalin. Val, taking a step back, seeing the corpse, says,
It's impossible. I would never. I could never.
the blade erupts into a blue flame.
You monster.
He starts to take a step toward Val. You see his eyes burning with fiery malice.
This is because of you.
Val clenches your hand, Tess, and then lets go. Stepping forward, he reels back, balls his fist, and takes a wide swing at the shade of himself. And as soon as his hand would connect, as soon as Val's blade connects with himself, the image vanishes.
Show yourself, wizard. Explain yourself now.
You see Val breathing heavily. It's almost as if he's growing in size.
Hey, calm down. We all know that this is not real. This is just some messed up trick.
Okay, wizard, you've had your fun. This isn't funny anymore. Stop it. You hear me?
You're right.
I'm not actually going to yell into my mic, but I am actually, like Yolanthe is yelling at the ceiling, basically, like, stop fucking with us.
Yeah, even Fear sort of like looking angrily up to the sky is going to say, turn that magic on yourself. Why don't you see what it's like on your own self?
You're right. I shouldn't be angry.
See Val sort of center himself. His breathing calms. The room around you fades. And instead of it turning into the same as before, furnishings but no people, this time you stand in a very familiar, all wooden room. And at the opposite side, a mirror.
Tess approaches the mirror.
Yolanthe takes her quarterstaff off of her back and holds it in her hands, putting her little frog friend on her shoulder, and she approaches the mirror as well.
Val stands behind you all. Ian Fear?
Ian Fear will slowly approach towards the mirror as well.
In the mirror, you see your own reflections. Tess. Yours stares back at you. Is Tess selfish? Ian Fear. Am I to blame? Val Phelan.
What monster am I?
Yolanthe. Am I real? Am I whole? The images flit away. And once again, you all see, well, once again, Yolanthe, the rest of you, you all see the image of what appears to be some sort of humanoid. This mirror. Features so vague you can't make them out. But you sense worry, panic. There's a sort of muffled sound of what seems to be talking, but you can't make out any of the words.
Like in the mirror?
Mm-hmm.
Tess sticks her head through the mirror. I mean, Tries to stick her head through the mirror.
Thump. Your head
Thump.
hits
No.
the mirror.
She presses her ear up against the mirror.
Yolanthe tries to look behind the mirror.
Tess, please roll a perception check. That was a nat
There we
20.
go.
Pew, 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 pew.
You press your ear against the mirror as best you can with your horns and whatnot. And you hear ever so slightly, come on, you've got to wake up. Wake up.
Does the voice sound familiar?
Yes.
Who does Tess recall when she hears this voice?
It's Yestus.
Yes, does. She says out loud, yes, this.
Please, just wake up. I don't know what's going on.
Oh God, he opened his door and saw his partner, didn't he? That
Tess
sucks.
taps on the mirror. Yes, this?
You see the figure kind of look over.
No, nothing yet.
Maybe let's try some incense. I think there's some in my bag. It's
And she backs away from the mirror. Sounds like yes, this is on the other side trying to get someone to wake up.
Trying to get
Yeah, I
someone
think
to
kicked
wake
the
up, you
mirror.
say.
you kick the mirror
Yeah,
in the glass.
like not the glass, like the edge of it. What is that called? The frame? Does it have a frame?
Okay. How hard do you kick it?
Not very, like kind of a like out of
Frustrating,
frustration kick.
okay.
Not like yeah.
You kick it.
She knows better than to fuck with this mirror, even if she's enraged.
Curious. I can't wrap my head around what might be going on here. Seems like magic. What do
Well-
you think, Ian Fear?
Can't anyone get rid of this magic?
I mean, we saw what happened when I tried just simple magic. I'd hate to try to see what happens if I tried something more advanced.
I've had just about enough of this.
What about...
Is there a
No, I don't know. We can't go through the mirror, but it seems like there's something important on the other side.
He starts to pace.
Yolanthe goes up to the mirror and puts her hand on it. It
Putting your
doesn't-
hand. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, she was just gonna put her hand up on the this time on the glass, but she's just like putting her hand. She's not like punching it or anything. She's just like trying to feel around to see if there's like a spot on the mirror that can be passed through. Like maybe Tess just didn't hit the right spot.
Start to feel around on the mirror. Doesn't seem like anything gives way.
Damn it! And she like kind of slaps the mirror.
Hmm. Obviously, this is not our tavern. It has to be some other kind of place. Not a dream, but
Wait a minute. It might be a dream. Someone's asleep, right? It's trying to wake him up. Maybe it is a dream. Maybe we're all fine. And
hadn't
this
thought
is
of
just a
that.
bad dream, and none of us are real, and don't exist, and aren't complete.
If that's the case, how do we wake up?
Maybe we go back to sleep.
I'm not going anywhere near that room.
For the first time since you've gotten here, the frog croaks.
She picks up the frog and looks it in the eye, and just like leans in and says, "Wake up!"
Tether.
What?
Tether.
Tether. Wait, hang on. She looks at everyone. Y'all heard that too, right? This frog is talking.
Definitely sounded like it.
Sorry, this candle that is a frog now was talking. And she holds the frog up to her face again and says, "Who? What? What do we do? How do we get out of here?
Tether.
Who is Heather?"
I believe it's saying tether.
Tether. Okay, something's got us tethered. Is that? Oh God. What?
Hmm.
Okay, frog. Start talking. Hang on, actually. Bells.
What?
Oh, good. I do have it prepared. Yolanthe cast Speak with Animals.
Yolanthe, you start to perform
Or she tries to, I guess I should say.
what you need to do to make this work, and suddenly this frog melts in your hand into a liquid and onto the floor,
Ah,
where
no.
it grows into a bipedal frog. But instead of a face of a frog, a pumpkin with humanoid-like features on the face.
Well, if I wasn't clear before, you must find the tether.
What the hell?
Sheesh. Adventurers
What
so
the fuck?
dense. Now, if we are through, I'll be on my way.
Well, what the hell is that thing?
What the hell am I? What the hell are
Out
you?
of character, I am fucking dying.
He has something in his hand and he kind of like moves it in such a way it becomes a cane. He spins it once and stabs it into the floor.
I never.
And he marches out of the room.
Well, we never either.
I'm starting to think we
The
may
tether.
have had some bad pipeweed.
I don't get bad pipeweed. And Neolanthe stands up and says, "Let's find this stupid tether. I want out of here." What is it? Is it this mirror? I don't want to break the mirror if it's not that.
Yeah, perhaps, like before, it requires some kind of an artifact in order to function as a portal. I think that was like the... No, that was like an incantation, I believe. Has anyone else seen anything out of the ordinary that shouldn't have been here since we've gotten here, other than the otherworldly places that we've been to beyond the doors?
There's a lot of stuff that wasn't supposed to be here out in the tavern.
Wait,
There was a pumpkin, wasn't there?
there was a pumpkin.
Well, let's go smash it. And Yolanthe starts heading in that way in a very, very fast pace.
I'm behind you.
And he starts running behind you as well. Is everyone else going?
I'm definitely not going to be separated.
Tess follows along.
You all go back into the main room of the tavern, the Great Hall. Kolvar is sitting there polishing a gold coin. Welcome back, heroes. Get you something to drink? There's a lot of chatter in the room, but Trixie walks over to the table with the pumpkin, as a matter of fact. You hear her talking. Everybody go ahead and roll a perception check. We'll call it DC 15. Yolanthe, Tess, you hear Trixie clearly say, "Well, that sure is sweet of you. Can I subject D1 unresponsive to unexpected stimuli?" She keeps
Excuse me,
talking.
what did she say? Can you repeat it?
Oh. Well, she continues. "Sure thing, sweetie. Coming right up. Subject A2 seems to be catching on. Mate, abort."
All right, that's it. And Yolanthe starts charging towards that pumpkin with her quarterstaff drawn.
Subject A2 losing cohesion. We should abort immediately. The entire room fades to black. You're all standing in an empty space. Nothing is around you.
What is going on?
Okay.
That was strange.
And Yolanthe's looking around for the pumpkin. She's like, "No, that should have made fuck."
The sky becomes a starry nightscape. The moon sits in the sky, and from the floor rises a purple tiefling. Eyes like moonlight. "Well, aren't you all just the smartest subjects?" Well, that's going to make next time very interesting.
Who the hell are you?
Soon enough, soon enough. Until next time. She walks over, kisses two of her fingers, and boops Val Phelan on the nose. And everything fades to black. Come on, we've tried the incense. Just wake up. Wake up. Dalancia, you're the first to open your eyes. Hey, she's waking up. She's waking up. Yes, let's get over here quick. Yes, this comes over, grabs you. Dalancia, Wolfie, can you hear me? Say you can
Yolanthe
hear
is
me.
just kind of staring dazed into space. Like I don't think she's registering that he's talking to her.
As the feeling starts returning to your body, you were in a cold sweat.
It was all fake, wasn't it? It was all fake?
I'm not.
None of it was real? He's not here.
Looks like the others too. Darkcool stands over you, Tess. You all right? Eyes open.
Oh, what happened? Oh, it felt like a terrible nightmare.
Oh, thank God. I don't know what the hell that was.
Val sits up in a bed.
We're still at what ails you then? Where's Rec?
He tries to stand up, but he kind of falls back onto the bed.
Oh,
Maybe you shouldn't try to move yet. You all were tossing and turning in your sleep something fierce.
I'm not even sure if we can call that sleep.
How long were we asleep?
Well, all day. It's, about night.
Ooh. What the slumber.
Y'all all right then?
As alright as we could be, Tess supposes.
We're alive.
Let's, I'm gonna go get y'all some water, some food. After I get back, let's, if it's not too much of a bother, I'd like to know what happened. At least from your perspective. No pressure. I'll be right back. He stands up and hurriedly rushes toward the door. Oh, we sure were worried. In fear, from the door, Sarahi comes in, sits down on the bed next to you, and just wraps an arm around you. Are you all right? They told me you weren't feeling well today, and I hurried over as quick as I could.
Now that you're here, I think I'll be better.
She kind of blushes a little bit. Well, you'd better, because you better not scare me like that again.
And Tess smiles at their little interaction.
Yolanthe is still just staring kind of straight ahead. And she slowly goes to stand up from the bed. And then she leaves the room.
You start to walk out of the room. Your legs feel a little wobbly, but you're able to make it.
Yolanthe, please.
Kill
Where?
that bitch.
Wait. Where is Rag?
She doesn't answer him and just keeps continuing on down the hallway. She's leaving the tavern. Like she has a very, very pissed off look on her face.
All right.
And Tess also starts to get up out of the bed.
Could someone please help me up?
Poor Val.
Tess thinks you should gather your strength. Just stay here.
Very well.
He kind of rolls himself over in the bed and hoists himself up, climbs up to his feet, and using the wall or whatever he can reach with his right hand, he guides himself toward the door.
I need to know.
Everybody is just so stubborn. On we go. We need to make sure she is okay. And she'll try to offer her strength to Val if he wants to lean on her.
Thank you.
You help him toward the door where he opens it as best he can, looks inside, and Rek is there, sleeping.
All right. Let's go find Yolanthe.
Yes. Let's.
I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. I believe that we had, it looks like 3.
It's 2 questions this week.
Oh, I clearly see 3 here. Firstly, Tess, if your mother hadn't been so faithful to Kelimvor, who else could you see yourself being drawn to among the gods?
Oh, probably some god that has more focus on protecting other people. Probably a figure like Helm. That would be Tess's guess.
The next question seems to be for Ian Fear. What would your new frog pet's name be?
Well, I mean, I had a little bit of a think about it when we were seeing them, and I think, especially after the way they left, their name would definitely be Anthony. Anthony Hopkins.
I fucking knew it.
Jeez.
Ian Fear, I'd like you to put -1 inspiration on your character. And also you're all fired.
Into a cannon.
Yeah, the third question. It says all. What is your greatest fear?
How? Wait, to who?
To all of us.
Oh,
A small scrap of paper flits down from the ceiling. It lands in your hand, Tess. Do you want to read it out loud?
What does it say?
It says, "Happy Halloween."
Keep a song in your heart.